Late in the afternoon of July 2nd, 1942, Convoy PQ17 pushed eastward through the frozen Arctic Sea. 37 merchant ships sailed in close formation, each one loaded with tanks, aircraft, trucks, and ammunition. Supplies desperately needed by the Soviet Union. From the bridge of the escort flagship, Commander John Broome scanned the gray horizon. The sea was calm, too calm. Then the warning came. Enemy aircraft had been spotted. Moments later, German bombers plunged from the clouds. Bombs slammed into the water, sending towering columns of spray into the air. They missed, but only barely. This was no random attack. It was the opening move of something far worse. By the summer of 1942, the Axis powers stood at the height of their military success. German armies surged toward the oil fields of the Caucasus, while in North Africa, British forces reeled after the fall of Tobruk. Despite deep mistrust, Britain and the United States understood one brutal truth. If the Soviet Union collapsed, Germany would become unstoppable. To keep the Red Army fighting, the Allies launched a dangerous lifeline, the Arctic convoys. These ships braved ice, storms, submarines, and bombers to deliver weapons through the ports of Murmansk and Arkhangelsk. At first, the system worked. Hundreds of tanks, aircraft, and thousands of vehicles reached Soviet hands. But Germany was watching. The deployment of the battleship Tirpitz to Norway changed everything. She did not need to fire a single shot. Her mere presence threatened the entire Arctic supply route. As PQ-17 departed Iceland in late June 1942, German submarines tracked its every movement. Reconnaissance aircraft followed from above. A trap was slowly closing. On July 3rd, confusion swept through the British Admiralty. Aerial reconnaissance appeared to show that Germany's heavy surface ships had left their Norwegian ports. In London, Admiral Dudley Pound feared the worst. If tire pits reached the convoy, the entire escort could be annihilated. Acting on incomplete intelligence, he issued a disastrous order. The escorts were ordered to withdraw. The merchant ships were told to proceed independently. In seconds, the convoy ceased to exist as a fighting unit. Unbeknownst to the Allies, the German battleships had never sailed. For German U-boats and bombers, the scattered ships were easy prey. Without mutual defense, each merchant vessel stood alone. Ships burned, explosions tore hulls apart. Men plunged into Arctic waters where survival was measured in minutes. Some ships sank under bombs. Others were torn open by torpedoes. Many crews never made it off their vessels. The sea filled with oil, wreckage, and lifeboats drifting in silence. Over the following days, 24 of the 37 ships were destroyed. More than 3,000 vehicles, 400 tanks, and 200 aircraft vanished beneath the Arctic waves. Only 11 ships reached the Soviet Union. The loss was not the result of overwhelming German firepower, but of fear, miscommunication, and a single catastrophic decision. The name PQ-17 became synonymous with disaster. The destruction of PQ-17 sent shockwaves through Allied command. It proved that even the most heavily escorted convoys could be undone by hesitation and faulty intelligence. For Germany, it was a rare naval triumph, achieved without their surface fleet ever firing a shot. For the Soviet Union, it was a painful blow, one that deepened Stalin's distrust of his Western allies. Yet the Arctic convoys did not end. Lessons were learned, strategies changed, and the war moved on. But in the frozen waters of the Arctic, the ghosts of PQ-17 remain, a reminder that in war, decisions can be as deadly as weapons.